gonna go skip this ad. Oops, there's something stuck there. Sorry if you guys are moving a lot. I wonder if there's a way to stabilize y'all. Move you to over here. Oops. You're not bouncing around with my sewing machine. So now this is done. I'm going to cut off the excess and then flip it inside out and do the other side.
15 minutes.
Are you guys both working the church service?
Yeah.
Is there a second one? Is that what you're going to?
No, he's just getting a paycheck for it.
Ah, that's sweet of you guys. Sorry. I'm finding you guys a great home so that you guys can see.
What are you gonna do?
Just stay, because when I have it on the same table as the sewing machine, it moves like every time I sew. So now you can see.
I used to ice you.
Mm-hmm.
I heard his truck. What? Is he here? I thought I heard his truck. Okay. That's all it's taking.
Now, at the front, or this is the back part of the bathing suit. You see uneven. Are they? A little bit more. And then this is the top, one of the tops. So now this is the front part of the bikini. And I'm just gonna be careful not to sew the top, like, cause this is like the front with the piece of the lining, and then we're gonna sew them like together after, but just make sure you don't sew the top because we're gonna do like a string bikini. You know it's not good when it makes that sound. Sometimes this fabric is just so like thin that it gets stuck in the bottom. Like the sewing machine likes to eat it.
Is that him? Oh, never mind. Can you see a truck? Okay, okay. Look over there. He might be over there in the trash. Maybe.
In the trash.
Like, cause he gonna meet us over there. Meet by the trash can thing.
Is that his truck?
What? Is
Nice
it?
truck.
Is it a truck?
Yeah.
Red truck?
No, it's black.
It's black.
Why is this not happening? Let's go to the other side.
What?
That's within the church. Let's go to the church.
Go. I'll meet you over there.
Okay. Hi chat, making a swimsuit if you are new here. If you guys have any questions or anything, or want me to talk about anything, let me know. I'm kind of just chilling. My string is getting stuck in my bobbin area. Like there's like an under cage part of the sewing machine, and sometimes things get stuck in there, especially with like thinner fabrics, like thin stretchy fabrics. So the like sewing, it's like way less clean to throw like sew like stretchy fabrics. If you could see, I'm like going over like 5 times just making sure that it's good and everything. But got a decent amount of our pieces done. Making a swimsuit and just enjoying. I'm going to Electric Forest soon, which is like a music festival. I guess it's in like late June, but I'm gonna be making my outfits for it, and I'm so excited to do that. I've got one idea where I'm getting like if you like look up slime charms on Amazon, there's like a ton of charms that you can get that are like just like little cutesy like bears or candy or something like that. And I'm gonna do like a bra and glue all those on there and then add like some fun designs, like be like a candy cane princess. And then I like got this PDF pattern that's like a hood and like sleeves so that I can look kind of like a wizard in the forest, because Electric Forest is like I don't know, it's so cool. If you don't know what Electric Forest is, you should Google it because it's insane. It's the best festival I've ever been to. And it's just like you camp, so it's people that are very wook or wook. I always say wook, it's wook. If you're like a hard raver, you're called a wook. But I always say wook, so I don't know. I just posted a TikTok today about like kind of Electric Forest. Not really. I met my boyfriend there, and it was like there's like a trend on TikTok going around about butterfly effect and like how weird it is, and it literally is so weird, because if I wouldn't have like been at that place at that time, I would have never met my boyfriend. And literally we're about to move in together in like a month-ish, and it's just kind of crazy to believe like, wow, you were a stranger, and if I wouldn't have been there at that time, I would have never met you. But now you're like the most important person in my life. What are y'all doing this Sunday? Anything fun? I think my plans are just to do sewing, and I'm gonna do a yoga flow later too. So if you guys like yoga, I'm gonna go live and film my yoga flow. On Mondays, I always post a yoga flow on my YouTube, and I'm just gonna go live while I film it. But not till a little later today. I hate when the machine eats my fabric. Stop doing that. Do you guys like my overalls? I'm gonna do like a full spin check of my overalls. I actually got these at Electric Forest. Oop, I'm gonna skip this ad. I'm coming, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's finally warm outside. If you're in like one of those like states and places where it's cold, like thank goodness it's summer. Oh my gosh. It feels so good outside. My cat and I have been spending all day outside, and it just is so glorious. After a long winter being cooped up. Guys, like this video please, so more people come and more people know about it. Dun dun dun. Or just like this video if you're enjoying, if you've been here for a while. I'm Snow, by the way. I have a podcast and do yoga videos. I'm yoga certified. I'm kind of just, I don't know. I'm a whimsical hobbyist. I like hobbies. love this jacket. It says, it's got like this, like a little panther on the back, a Black Panther. My cat looks like a Black Panther. And then on the front it says Black Market Art Co. And I just love these little sweatshirts where you can like zip them up. You can wear them with anything so conveniently. I kind of look like frumpy today. I swear, this thing like is just so loose. But my waist, I wish it was tighter. But I like it, it's so comfy. It's like, ooh, I'm free in this. Yay. Actually, hot. You want to make sure to get that string out of the way as soon as possible, or else the machine starts to eat it and then it all gets tangled. Stuck. Slow and steady wins the race, guys. I swear, every time I try to do it fast, it just gets messed up. Maybe I should go on TikTok live at the same time. Hey, can I be good in like, how can I be good? Honestly, practice. I feel like I'm crap all the time. I've been doing this since I was 8 and I'm 24. And like every fabric, every material, every pattern's different. So it just takes practice. Every machine is different. So learning your machine and honestly just allowing yourself to fail, because there's plenty of times where I've spent like 10 hours on a project that's completely trash and I can't even use it in the end. But the practice like helps me for the next time. So just allowing yourself to fail, and honestly, this is probably the perfect time to learn how to learn how to sew, because Joann's Fabrics is going out of business. So like all of their stores are trying to clear everything out. I got like fabric that used to cost me like $400 for $12 because they're just trying to get it out. And so you could buy a sewing machine for like 90% off. You can buy all the thread, fabric. So if you're interested or this is something that you've always wanted to do, now is a really good time to get started. And using a pattern is the easiest way to go about it. I used a pattern for this one. It basically have a bunny and it ate like my crap, but if it didn't chew up my stuff, you can kind of get the vision. You print it out and then you cut out the pieces and you tape them together and then you put it on the fabric and you can cut it out with the pattern, and then it also gives you directions of how to put it together. So if you know how to follow directions, it's actually really easy. The machine though, and every fabric just has like its own kind of temperament. So just being patient, taking your time. If it's something that you love though, like, I mean, like, it's just the journey, you know. You can't assume that you're gonna get to the destination right away. You know, you gotta be in love with the journey in order for it to like actually last with you. Yeah, I learned how to hand sew from my grandma when I was like 5, and I was obsessed with Gossip Girl when I was like in elementary school. Jenny Humphrey, of course, was my icon, and I did like online school in 6th grade, I believe, because I was moving from Florida to Minnesota. And when I did online school, they had like a fashion design class, and I was like probably 12 or something like that, and I was like, this is my jig. So that's when I got my first sewing machine. That's when I learned how to sew, and I remember I like made like little things like dresses and stuff. And then my mom owns a summer camp, so it's like a very artsy crafty summer camp, so she had sewing in it. And yeah, just practice. Like literally I fail all the time, but it's still just like I enjoy doing it. It's such a meditative process. Like I put on this lo-fi music and it's just very relaxing. Y'all get your paycheck?
No, not yet. Hello?
How do
Okay.
you manage your workplace? This
coming
is not really a workplace. This is
Okay.
just kind of a table. And like, I guess I could show you guys. I don't know if you. I have like upstairs in my bedroom like a shelf that has all my fabrics and stuff. So it just keeps all my fabrics like organized in one place. And I move my sewing machine around all the time. Like I travel with it, I bring it with me wherever I go because it's pretty, I mean, it's kind of heavy, but they have like portable like suitcases for it and stuff. So like really my workplace is wherever I want it to be. But my fabric and stuff is like all up there, and then I just kind of keep this stuff like all over the place. I don't know. Nothing really crazy or special about it. My boyfriend and I are about to move in together, and like I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna put it in like the living room because the living room has so much natural light, and it's like where I'd want to be. I also like to be next to the kitchen, so I can grab tea or whatever I want, whatever I want. Thank you for asking questions. I really appreciate it. Just this tall folks. Okay, so now we're gonna start to kind of put it together. This is exciting. I also have to cut out my straps though before we kind of put it together. What type of fabrics are you most comfortable working with? So I really like these stretchy fabrics because it allows you like wiggle room, like with those really tight fabrics. Like there's little room for error with this one. Like you can still stretch it and put it on and stuff like that. So I like the stretchy fabrics. They're also the most comfortable. So it's like I like to like make stuff that I obviously like to work with. Silks and like satins are really easy to work with for me. And like I do like the harder materials too, like the rougher materials, but I really like when I go shopping for it, like I'm feeling how it feels because I'm a very textured person. Like that's why I like this, like because I don't like to feel, I like yoga clothes and comfortable clothes, and I like looking good, but I also I like to be comfortable because if I'm uncomfortable, like I just don't want to be there, you know what I mean? But honestly, I've worked with most types of fabrics. The stretchy one, usually like you have to go over it like a bunch of times or whatever, but if you add like a stretchy one with like kind of, I like last year when I was making my rave outfits for Electric Forest, I would do stretchy with like sequin kind of see-through on top, and that was really easy to sew and really easy to fit and looked super cute. So we've got our front and our back, and now we're gonna sew like the crotches together. So we got our front and our back, and it's not going to be a high-waisted like bikini. I think I might have sewn a little bit too high. It's going to go like fold over and have strings in it so then it can pull, you know, like one of those string bikinis. We'll put these together. But yeah, since Joann's is closing, Joann's Fabrics is like shutting down nationwide, everything is dirt cheap in there. So it's like my dream come true. I told my dad and he sent me $500 because he knows I like love doing this stuff. And he was like, go cash in to cash out. So if you guys want a bikini, let me know, I can make one, or whatever you really want. Honestly, I think that I'd love to do customs for people because that's kind of what I specialize in for myself, is doing like custom pieces. Like you send me your Pinterest board and I'll make something. But I also need your measurements because like, but that's not hard to get. If you just need like a measure tape, like $2 at Walmart, and send me like your measurements that I asked for, and then I can make you whatever you want. Or if I've already made it and there's a pattern, then usually it has sizing. I can make that too. I did this wrong. I did that wrong. Dang it. I should have sewn it the right side. That's okay. This is why you follow the directions, guys. It's easy to rip apart a seam, but sometimes it can get messy. Just takes. Okay. So I'm just getting the thread out. And then we'll turn it right side and then sew it.
Yeah.
For taking measurements, well, for this one, when you have a pattern, I'll show you what like a pattern looks like. You can download them off of Etsy and stuff. So here's an example. So this is what a pattern looks like as a PDF. So you print these out and then you cut out like the pieces and you pin them together, and then you can put it on the fabric and sew it out. But you can see like there's like a bunch of lines so those are the sizing, like the key for the sizings. So it goes like extra, extra small all the way to extra, extra large. So you cut it out to your sizing with the patterns. But if I'm not using a pattern, then I'll use my measure tape. And depending on like what I'm doing or something, like if it's a skirt, you can put it around your waist, measure your waist, and then add like an extra inch so that when you're sewing, you can give like, you have like leeway and length and stuff. But yeah, always use one of these measure tapes. But the patterns, like on Etsy, you can look up sewing pattern, and there's a million different patterns, and it's like it has step-by-step directions on how to do it. So if you're new to sewing, I would definitely do a pattern. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. But like when I was first starting, I used to like see something that I wanted to make, and then I'd see like something that I had that was similar. Like if I wanted to do shorts or something, I would take shorts that I liked, that like the sizings of them, I'd place it down on the fabric and I'd cut around the shorts like that. But there was a lot of trial and error in doing that. Never mind, it's a little off center.
Oh my god, I'm lagging.
Oh, this is just me and you. How do I go live on TikTok? Does anybody know? Like, why doesn't it let me? Does it not think I'm 18? Settings and privacy. The account. Wait. Live. Verification. Start. Okay. Let's see if this works this time. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why TikTok doesn't let me go live. It's kind of frustrating. So we're gonna pin it this time because last time it got all funky and I had to do it twice, which is not bad. Sometimes I get a little bit too confident in my abilities. I try to go rogue. Okay. So now I've got these done and the top piece is done. So I've got to cut out the straps. So 5 of these, cut 10 times main fabric. So I need 10 of these. So I'm gonna hop off today. Bye guys.